Simon Cowell has urged men to open up about their feelings in a new podcast, as he reflected on his own grief from losing his parents, to his struggles during the COVID pandemic, which led to him going into therapy. Simon Cowell has revealed he was left in pieces during an X Factor series after learning his mother had died just a day before the audition rounds. The music mogul's mum Julie Brett suffered from a stroke which led to her death in July 2015, aged 89. Simon cancelled the first show following the news, but put on a brave face and joined Cheryl, Rita Ora and Nick Grimshaw on the X Factor panel just 3 days later. Reflecting on the tough time in an interview with The Mirror, the 63-year-old said, "It was really difficult. I'm in pieces, but then I'm on TV. There were moments afterwards where it was really, really hard. And of all the times in my life, that was the hardest because it was just total finality. My mom and dad had gone and that was it." At one point during the series, Simon couldn't contain his emotions while watching X Factor hopeful Josh Daniel. The auditionee sang Labyrinth's Jealous in tribute to his late friend, which left the show boss and Cheryl in tears. When it was his turn to give critique, he was left unable to speak and asked his fellow judges to speak instead. The head judge was also seen walking away from the set for some alone time minutes later. Simon later addressed his reaction on Loose Women, telling the panelists how the lyrics of the song made him think of his late mum. He said, "It was quite near when it all happened and I think it was the last audition and I wasn't really expecting what happened. And of course the lyric of the song, and it was quite difficult because I thought, God, this is going to be really hard to sit through this. But then you've got to think of Josh, and it's his moment, but yes, it was very emotional." Simon has since urged men to open up about their feelings in Men in Mind, a new campaigning Mirror podcast. He said, "One of the reasons I want to do this podcast is to say that if anybody is just feeling a bit down, vulnerable or lost, talk openly to your friends about it, or see a therapist or talk to your doctor. Because I promise you, there's nothing negative doing that at all." Simon was also heavily affected by the death of his dad Eric, who died of a heart attack on the same day he celebrated his first #1 with Westlife in 1999. Most recently, after struggling with his mental health during the COVID pandemic, he sought therapy and has also credited his 9-year-old son Eric for helping him through hard times. He added, "Lauren, Silverman, his partner, was incredible. And then Eric in his own way was my therapy because obviously having him, I had a completely different outlook on life," he added. "The minute he arrived, my priorities changed just like that.